Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a sensitive topic. Okay, so today's topic is about telling people to stop relying on kids as their retirement plan. Why? Because similarly, right, you have pets, right? You don't rely on pets as your retirement plan, right? And your kids, right, they dropped out from your body, they are part of you, they are part of your bloodline. Why do you rely on them as your retirement plan? Do you love your pets more than you love your kids? No, right? You definitely love your kids more than you love your pets, right? So why would you be using your kids as your retirement plan, right? Okay, so anyway, I'm just sharing some thoughts on using kids as retirement plans lah. So let's go. Yep, so like I said, today's topic is to stop advising people to stop using kids as their retirement plan. Okay, so what you should do is to start your own planning as soon as possible, whether you are intending to have kids or not. Okay, so even in future you want to have kids or whatever, doesn't matter, just start your own retirement plan. Okay, yeah. So previously I did a video calculating how much it takes to actually monetarily to bring a child up from like all the way before you conceive and all the way through university until they graduate and start their first job. So it can cost anywhere between about $300,000 to $1.1 million. And this figures was calculated based on like 2021. At the end of 2021 I did this video. So inflation, as you know, has been so high, right? So the figures might have already changed. Okay, but it's true lah, parents do need to invest a lot into their children, whether monetarily or they have to sacrifice their career, their sleep, or their hobbies, or their passions, or whatever. But nobody told you guys to sacrifice all these things, okay? The kid didn't ask to be born, the kid didn't ask you guys to sacrifice all these things, okay? So you shouldn't be like blaming all this kind of like investment that you did on them, okay? Okay, so like I mentioned, children are not your investments that you should actually expect a return of assets, return of investments from. Why? Because this is makes the whole relationship so transactional. It makes them feel bad. And then secondly, definitely you are a burden lah, because like you didn't plan for your own retirement and now you are passing the burden on to them. Okay, and then there are really tons and many ways, and many people have told you to start planning for your retirement, yet you own self did not take action. Okay, so let me explain each point more in detail. So like put yourself in their shoes. Then because of you guys, they need to support you guys, they need to choose something that they like generates more money instead of choosing something that is resonating well with their passions or whatever, because they have obligations to you. Okay, so if you consider them as your insurance, right, then definitely you see them as an asset, right? Yeah, then they will also, on the contrary, they see you as a liability. Okay, yeah, then they will only be giving you allowance for the sake of duty instead of love, which is not what you want, right? I hope. Okay, so like I mentioned, you are burdened because you are taking away resources from them that can be used for their future. Okay, this puts them at a disadvantage, and then in case most of these parents that need maintenance of their kids are actually in the lower income range. Okay, and then it widens the income inequality lah. Okay, because the poor people didn't plan for their retirement, then they pass on the burden to their kids, then their kids become poorer because now they have to support down there, they have to support up there also. Okay, and they always have to worry about you, and like I mentioned, they didn't ask to be brought into this world to suffer. Okay, so don't think of them as your investment. Okay, it's really very bad. Okay, like I mentioned, there are many ways to plan for your retirement, yet you yourself chose not to take action. Okay, and honestly, kids are actually not a good or like guaranteed investment. There are many better good or guaranteed investment. If you really want as an investment, right, then don't use kids. Okay, yeah. So you should have did the math and the proper consideration before having a kid. And if all those math don't actually add up that you have sufficient for your own retirement, right, please do not have kids for your own selfish wants. Okay, yeah. And then one more bad thing is obviously, if you guys didn't plan well, and then you guys will be passing on or teaching your kids these bad monetary habits, which is not good as well. Okay, Then investing small and consistent amounts and consulting the right person to put your money or whatever will have helped your retirement, but you let all that time value of money all go to waste. So it's super bad lah. Okay. Anyway, today is just a very short sharing, and then let's just check out some of the news articles. Okay, so this is one of the news articles from Asia One. So MP Carrie Tan wondered if her parents use her as insurance for their later years, and it felt rather transactional for her. So like I mentioned, felt transactional. And then there's this old Chinese saying that 养儿防老, so it's like to raise children to support your old age. But that is not the right mindset. And yeah, you as a child hearing this, you will feel disturbed, right? So value of the child will be affected, all these things lah. So yeah, you can see love at the time felt transactional. And then admitting she's not ashamed of having such thoughts in the past, but now it's not same expectations lah, because the times have changed, and then we are no longer in the kind of like farming kind of era, okay, especially in Singapore. So if you didn't know, there's actually a Maintenance of Parents Act that was passed in 1995, and then last amended in 2010, that allows seniors who are unable to provide for themselves to claim maintenance from their children who are capable of supporting them but are not doing so. And then now 5 days before, they changed the act again for the enhancement of protection for destitute elderly parents by getting children to attend conciliation and discuss care arrangements. Okay, so one of the MP was the one who expressed concerns on this lah. Okay, but yeah, so she was skeptical when she learned about this amendment. So why should the state help to request maintenance without consent of the parents? Okay, so yep. And then all this are about this law. Okay, and then also they put in measures to prevent the misuse of this law, to say that elderly parents who are securing monetary support will have to declare if they have any record of abusing, abandoning, or neglecting their children. So if there's a record, then they may not be allowing these people to apply for maintenance from their children. Because like, you never ever supported your children, why should your children even support you, right? Okay, so yeah, you can check out all these new changes. Okay, so just sharing some stories as well. Okay, so this one is sharing some of the stories lah. So 3 cases of parents who sought maintenance, and then the stories. Okay, so usually why do parents and children get estranged is usually due to divorce. Okay, so divorce usually have a new spouse or partner, right? Then don't want to keep in contact with children lah. Okay, yeah, so a man in 60s lost contact with children, did not approve of new female companion, then survived with saving and retired, but soon ran low of money, became unable to support himself, then turned to the CMP to seek financial support from his children. Okay, but it's like yeah lah, so they never keep in contact for like 10 years, then suddenly ask for support. So track the kids down, and then at the conciliation session help them to work through the issue with their father. And then the son came to see the father's side of the story, understand his situation. And then at that time, the father no longer had the female companion lah, so I guess the children are more accepting. And then now they agree to give him a total of $500 a month. Okay, so this is a happy story. Okay, then there's another one. Okay, a woman, widow in her 70s, was physically abused by her son until a brain hemorrhage, so sent to stay at a shelter because not safe to live with the son. Then social worker helped to seek maintenance for the son lah, who is in his 40s. Then she has another daughter but cannot be contacted. So the son told the officer that he didn't want to support mother as there are unresolved family issues, but after much effort still managed to persuade him to pay his mother's fees okay, and give her additional money for expenses. Okay, another one is just lost contact with son because like when they are taller, then the couple divorce. A lot of this kind of maintenance claiming is from divorce or broken families lah. Okay, so suffer from medical problems, and then permanently unfit for work. Okay, so all this, if you didn't plan for your own retirement, you didn't buy your own insurance, you have to rely on your children, so please plan well for yourself, okay? So he applied maintenance for his son. Although in his 50s, he was allowed to apply because of his physical condition, which he should have bought insurance for, and then he wouldn't be in this condition already. But okay, let's move on to the story. Say the father had abandoned him when he was a toddler, no contact in the past 30 years. Felt that he should not be expected to support a father he had never known. Then, surprisingly, the man never insists that he support him lah, so withdrew his claim for the maintenance. So, okay, so some stats for the applicants. Usually you can see there are more fathers than mothers because most children are staying close to their mothers rather than fathers, like in the event of divorce. And age group mostly above 60. And then you can see the marital status, like very few are actually still married. Okay, so mostly divorcees. Yeah, so try not to get divorced. Yeah. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, so this is the last slide for today. Start planning for your retirement today. You have been warned. Okay, so if you guys like the content, follow me, check out my website for more financial content. Check me out on TikTok as well. Okay, feel free to share this video if you felt it was useful. Any questions, drop me a DM on Telegram. Okay, I think after posting this video, some people will feel very strongly, say like a failure or whatever. But anyway, that's just what I think. If you guys disagree, feel free to disagree. That's just my views. Okay, so that's all for today. If you guys have liked this video, please help to like and subscribe. And until next time, thank you everyone. Bye bye.